Blood Bowl. I am Complacent Badger.
I'm Kilo.
We are watching the Nonpariel Elites versus the Coarse Heirs.
Nice, nice, nice. Look at these leveled up teams.
Some elf on elf action.
Oh.
What was it, like a 190 team value difference or
yeah.
something like that?
I mean, we're looking at a 14 and a 12 something, so proof that now that the season is approximately half over at the start of this game. At the end of the game, it'll be more than half over.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
My mouse wanted to be over on the right side, and I didn't know.
But you have a thumb ball mouse. It's not like you could just knock it.
I guess when I put it over here, it rolled a little bit. I don't know.
Alright, no excuses, no excuses.
Alright, so we getting some frilly elves, touching on some frilly elves.
So yeah, this is going to be a high agility team matchup. So we're looking at how are they going to slow down their opponent. It's going to be, should be a lot of fast touchdowns, right?
Should be. Neither team really has any skills for intercepting or for stopping the pass, so it's most likely going to be a high-scoring game.
Right. So I guess the winner of the game is going to be the person who creates the most effective passing routes and running routes, gets the most movement out of every turn, and then on the flip side, creates the most mayhem for the opponent.
Yep, the High Elves, the Nonpariel Elites also have 2 Agility 5 characters, so that could play in.
Yeah, that maybe on an intercept, possibly, if they set them up right. The ability to dodge in, pick up a ball, dodge out, or dodge in and throw a blitz.
So the Coarse Heirs having 2 pushes and re-roll both of those for 2 attacker downs. So I usually don't re-roll those pushes just because I know how bad it can get. Right. There are exceptions though. If it's a play that I need to put somebody down, I will.
Yeah, I mean 2 teams with 3 re-rolls. And with the agility that they both have, you're really not expecting a lot of movement re-rolls, right?
No, probably not.
If they could just be a little closer in color to make this more difficult, I'd appreciate it.
I mean...
Think of the commentators when you pick your team colors, bro!
Well, some got mohawks and shoulder pads. Other ones got conical helmets with horsehair and spiky pauldrons.
That's true. That doesn't help me.
And some are wearing dresses.
Dresses.
Or battle skirts, or whatever you want to call them.
That'll be fun.
Whatever keeps you feeling good.
Okay. Lot of engagement.
Yeah. Yeah, I am having a tough time distinguishing, just as a group, where the teams are being placed right now. Like, I kind of see that the elves are pretty much chalked up in the center, while the other elves are on the outside.
That'll be alright. So this is a good use of the blitz, where you're creating a gap. I'd like to see a little more waterfall, where you're gonna make that move after the blitz to create an assist. But it looks like he knows exactly what he wants.
Using the thrower for the assist for the block attempt.
But he's got the players over there. He's got a lot of folks tied up in the middle. There are two elites that look like they're free in his way. So let's see what the elites can do to get.
Well, he has a really good pocket right now. He's got that partial cage in the front and then 1 catcher on the side blocking route. But there is 1 elite that is adjacent to the thrower. He's just on the ground.
Right.
So that could spell some trouble if he uses him properly. But using that blitz right there against that catcher does not look like that's going to happen.
Move, move, move. Move after the blitz. Move after the blitz. Move after the blitz. You can do it. Move after the blitz. There you go.
Yeah,
excellent.
But to say he's got no reason not to. He's got enough present. Oh, move back. Well, that was a little disastrous. Maybe not the right word.
That's all right. I like that he went for the catcher, because the catcher was getting downfield, and then he posted
carries the guy by dodging out instead of just staying next to the thrower.
Right. But that's a decision that you could make.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it was only a 4+ on that dodge.
Right. But we don't see a lot of backfield penetration, which is what we'd like to see in the agility team matchup.
Well, the elites do have at least one partial safety, but yeah, they don't have any presence in the backfield. I think he may be playing a little bit more conservative, knowing what the Corsairs are capable of.
Right.
Looks like a partial lane open.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. Some presence downfield.
Partial lane open. He just has a lot of bodies that are slowing his path down.
Yeah.
Dodging back. Both players really using a lot of that turn time. Getting a quick pass in. The actual
pass and then
fumble
recovery.
pass, but it bounces into the guy's hands. But I don't think that was the. That might not have been the target of the pass. I don't know who he was trying to pass it to.
What was the?
It was it was just
a crit one. So
yeah, it was Snake Eyes that bounced out of his hand and popped into the.
Right. So it wasn't a short pass then. So that's not who the intended receiver was.
The Merc's hand. Apparently, the Merc has hands.
Every once in a while. A stun there. That'll be that might make the difference because that's gonna change the player number for the.
Unfortunately, the placement of that character is not actually supporting. Oh, he has guard. Oh, that's the guard guy. It is supporting. Disregard.
And then the catch. Tumble, tumble, fumble, fumble, pass.
Really
catch.
Nice bounce. I mean, if he can actually float out and toss it over to that guy, he'd be almost out of the woods.
Right. Keep moving.
He's going to cage up, I think, but he's got too much presence there. This might not work out. That Blitzer's ready to get him. But he does have some support here, so the Blitzer's most likely going to be alone in doing it. But a 1-die with block, that's not too bad.
Well, that's a good use of the catcher because of the strength.
Well, no, the Elves don't have the.
Oh,
it's only the Wood Elves that have the reduced strength on catchers. Yeah, so he pulls the catcher over there to get the strength bonus to go against him, but doesn't manage to get him down. Applies that push.
Yep, and now he's surrounded by friends, so I don't think we're gonna get anything.
Well, it's pretty. It's 2-2.
Yeah, but we're not gonna see a die advantage.
Yeah.
So what do you see in a dodge back?
Yeah, dodge back towards this way, roll out, and get it to that guy. Really, what might not be a bad move is to roll out and then pass it to this guy and have this guy hand it off to him.
Yeah.
Because, movement value 8 though, it is a catcher. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 going for it for a handoff.
I'd do that going for it instead of handoff for sure. That should actually shorten the movement distance, so that's a good move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 can do it with an extra. Has an extra movement allowance left and can still do the handoff.
Okay, that's not the way that I'd have done it, but
yeah, it doesn't get the ball away from the players, but we'll see if it works out. He's got a couple lanes blocked. He's pretty vulnerable on this side right here from these guys rolling through. So yeah, failed dodge.
Big turnover
into a stun.
And that's it. That's pretty much a.
No, that was the elites that did the turnover, not the,
I was like, what is
Corsairs.
Yeah.
No, this guy's pretty open to get. Nope, we're rolling him that way. I thought he was going to try to put him in there with a couple did exactly what I was thinking, but with this count. Puts him down.
Yep. That was a player with dodge, so yeah.
Yeah, it was a better move.
Ball's on the ground, so now we got to scramble. This is a slow half for scores. Uh-oh.
Well, the elites had a couple chances to take moderate risks to get far up the field away, where it was only maybe 1 or 2 players that could mess with them.
Right.
And just opted not to take them.
And that's going to be the difference is planning on, instead of hitting where he did over there on the left side, had he instead used the agility of the team to get that handoff where it wouldn't have been a pass roll, it would have been just a catch roll and then a dodge out.
And the +1 for it being accurate would have just been made up by the one guy standing there, so it would have been a 3+ to catch, and I believe he still had his reroll for the turn.
He did.
He would have had a 2+ dodge out of there, but that's not too terrible.
Three turns to get it going. Whoa!
Snake eyes.
That's no fun.
But he's got a lot of presence around the ball.
He does.
Still no receivers downfield.
Right.
Corsairs kind of had one, but you stripping it for the assist over here.
Ugh.
Follow-up gets that ball dislodged. Just doesn't have anybody to take advantage of that anymore.
Yeah. Yep. And no rerolls. I mean, that's a lot of rerolls and rather quickly.
Well, a lot of these elf teams, it's funny because, you know, I've played Dark Elves for a while, and a lot of elf teams, when they build their team, they start it with like 2 or 3 rerolls, and they kind of forget that, yeah, they're going to make a lot of rolls, but elf teams actually roll probably more than anybody else. They're just constantly doing, they have to do so much crazy stuff, and those ones are going to show up just as often with you as they are with the Chaos guys.
Right. Well, and the truth of it is, though, a lot of these guys are going to get abilities that give them an auto second reroll.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that auto reroll, then you can't use team reroll.
You can always sell back the team rerolls after you buy them at half price. I mean, I don't think you get any money for dropping the team rerolls, but it'll lower your team value. You need to rely on them early. I usually with an elf team go 4 or 5 depending on what type of elf team it is. And then if I need until I get a build up of skills rather. It's just 3 is just so limiting. That is less than half the turns that you're allowed to reroll.
Right. Sidestep into the pavement.
Ooh.
Showing a little bit of power.
Yep, but no coverage on this player right here, so...
Dump off.
Yep.
Nerves of steel.
No coverage on this player, so that looks like he's going to get away scot-free. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking the opposite. He scores this direction.
That should make it.
Yeah.
And the applause. The crowd gets into it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that dump off saved him. Dump king, rolling it.
Perfect presence, perfect setup on D for that.
Yep.
There you go.
And really, I don't know if a lot of mistakes were made on the defensive side. I just don't think he took good risks. Like he was playing a little bit too conservative, I think.
I'd agree with that. I think that one of his primary focuses, and he tried to get that catcher upfield, but never, just didn't get him A, far enough, and B, left him kind of out there by himself. So he got hit pretty early, but a fairly good recovery from that, and then it got wonky.
Let's see. He's not going to be able to do anything, so we got 1 elf KO'd and 1 high elf KO'd. So pretty close there, and I think they have the same number of players, so because I didn't see anybody on the sidelines either.
Right.
Oh, hurting that guard.
Nice.
Or rather, no, sorry, guard was the high elf. Actually re-rolling that so that he can get him... Did he... Yeah, he applied the badly hurt, I assume. Yeah, he walked off, that's what he did.
Yep.
Disregard. Yeah, guard was on the elves team. Man, hard to keep these fools straight. I guess that was an accidental joke. Elves are homosexual. So, going into the just formal last turn of the half with no rerolls on either side.
Lame duck turn.
That might be a pretty powerful apothecary that you just used.
Yep, that was a big deal.
Kept it even. If he doesn't suffer any more injuries, that'll really pay off.
Right. Plus losing a point in armor value on a...
Well, the original roll was badly hurt, and he re-rolled it.
Oh,
the new
I
result
see
was
what
fractured
you're saying.
skull, but he obviously applied the badly hurt so that it was no injury.
Ah, okay. I was like, that one negative one armor value made me nervous.
Yeah, the one huge benefit of a badly hurt as your first drop, other
Right.
than it, you can just opt to be like, okay, he's out of the game, is that if you apothecary, you know 100% that player will come back on the pitch next drive.
Right.
So it's kind of a gamble because he still does have 9 turns to deal with the high elves. Well, they didn't strike him that turn, but
Right. Got that 1-star player point.
that's going to be the game changer. So looks like the high elves are going to be receiving the kick at halftime, which is nice. Gives them a chance to tie it up.
Yeah, but the danger there is if they get a quick score, then you're going to have your opponent gets an opportunity to score as well. So
Yep. I don't
time
know.
management is...
We'll see if it's in Master Moose's plan to let him get a quick score. I doubt it.
Yeah, he usually plays pretty tough. He doesn't game it all that much.
Mm-mm. Throw a rock. That guy got hit by a rock.
Rocks.
That leaves that left wing open, but maybe the elites will cover it up before the Corsairs get to use it.
He's got a pretty good defense there. I mean, he's not playing too deep, but...
So just kind of creating a pocket and closing lanes. I guess waiting for him to open up lanes for him, for the catchers.
Yeah, I don't know.
And this is one of those things that the pass game can't work unless you get guys downfield. So the sooner you do that, because right now he's got a situation where all the Corsairs have to do is keep guys from getting behind him, and as they slowly encroach, they can put pressure on you, and there's no real risk.
You're right.
But if you can get guys behind them, then they have to decide, okay, how much am I committing to the thrower and how much am I committing to the catchers?
Right.
The more catchers you can get, the more likely you can force them into making a bad decision.
Right, and most people want to put more than one character on a catcher. Just like, I mean, it's sucking up bodies like a big man does.
Mm-hmm. It's tough to do, but if you can get 3 potential catchers in the backfield, elves, anybody can be a catcher.
Right.
If you can get 3 potential bodies back there, man, it's tough to stop.
That's the kind of penetration we look for.
Mm-hmm. That was a good one. And he can start filtering. He can filter all 3 of these guys back into there.
Start waterfalling a little bit, getting body presence. If he can knock somebody down, would be great. But
because the spacing that he
that
has.
guard helped. You see that?
Yep. The spacing that he has, he should be able to create a decent pocket over here with maybe like one guy as a linebacker. And just pour people into the backfield.
There it is. That just dodge out real quick. Good.
Get this guy back there too. Even go for some go-for-its to spread him. Or just...
He might have moved on.
Oh, you know what? You're right. He did. He was the one that knocked down that guy and opened
Yeah.
up the route and disregard. 2 guys, but they can both be marked by the same. So usually, if you have to, man, either go a little not so deep or go for it to spread them out. You don't want him able to soak up people with multiple people, especially this guy with pass block. He's nerves of steel. He's an intercepting champ.
Right.
The dump king.
The dump king. Kaiser Francis Drake.
Decent dodge route over here. It's going to be a 3+ and then a 2+, and he can actually kind of peel out and feed somebody, but that's getting plugged real fast. That guard.
Yep. Now you're in a mess. Now you've got 2 walls on you.
Mm-hmm. Now you're plugged up pretty bad. He can dodge out towards the back. He can dodge out towards the back, maybe pass it to this fool. This guy's got catch. Roll it over, do a handoff, and that guy's touchdown city. And it's none of those rolls are above a 3.
Right. Well, let's see what he gets into.
That would be my first thing, is just get that cat, because I don't unless his guard guy's in a really good position.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. I was trying to see what can he do to.
Even hitting these guys is not helping his thrower get out. Like, obviously it's taking pressure off, so in case something goes bad. But
I'm just thinking if how he's gonna.
Now this guy can actually hit
that guy back out. That's what I was thinking.
But he's got that blodge. So taking him out, he's gonna go for the straight pass. Yeah, he's definitely going for the straight pass. This is a 2+ dodge right here, and he can roll all the way in. Defender stumbles. It doesn't have sidestep, so that guy's out of the way.
Does have sidestep.
Oh, he does have sidestep. All their guys start with blitzers start with sidestep. Super pass block.
Yep.
Super easy pass. Rolls out. There you go. And that's what those risks that we're talking about.
Right.
Got down to the wire on that turn, though.
I think that he dodged ineffectively. I think he could have dodged out and not had a second modifier, because he dodged into a tackle zone.
If he would have dodged back, then I think he would have had to go for it.
Right.
Which he still had the reroll for the turn, so I don't really know what's better, adding an additional roll of a 2+, or just making it a 3+ instead of a 2+ on your first one.
Yeah, fair play.
I think with the reroll, your better odds is doing the 3+, making it a little more difficult, and then all you have is a 2+ and you got a touchdown.
True. So that was quick.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if that... I don't think that pass block is activated by a handoff.
Interesting question.
Because had he done what my plan, that pass block would have been ineffective.
That's something we'll take note of. We'll consider.
Because I don't think a handoff counts as a...
Because you don't do a pass.
There's no pass
roll.
So I think if he would have thrown it to the other guy, the pass block would have activated. He might have even peeled it off the guy, but probably he would have had the peace of mind not to.
Yeah.
And then he could have just done a handoff. Ooh, dead. That apothecary coming in badly hurt. Guy's going to be back on the next drive.
That's spooky, man. When Elves start killing people?
I mean, everybody has a chance. Anytime you pen, it's a 1 out of 6 chance once it goes to the injury roll. Or rather, if it gets to an injury roll.
Yep. So this is turning into a pretty technical game. There's been a lot of action, reaction, counteraction, trying to get everybody loose enough to make it work.
Mm-hmm.
The elites have been doing a real good job of staying engaged the entire time, really making the Corsairs work really hard for that first touchdown.
Yeah, the Corsairs are doing a lot of movement and kind of, they're just always there.
Right.
Just harassing at every angle.
Yep.
Tie game with 4 and...
Plenty of time left.
Yeah, 4 turns on each side.
Plenty of time left. So this is really where it gets down to the nitty gritty. Where hope that pass block is, Corsairs are hoping for an opportunity to intercept or just leaving somebody a little undercovered.
Mm-hmm.
We know that Master Moose is the king of the little bit of ridiculousness, and he only uses it when it's A, required or B, super advantageous.
Yeah.
But when you put him in a 1-1 match to kind of running down on the clock, he's gonna be getting it.
1-man coverage. Now he's debating on whether he wants to go for it to the dodge. Oh, he didn't have the route to do it. Yeah, 1-man coverage isn't going to cut it, especially when it's Nerves of Steel.
Right.
And didn't send any people to kind of harass the passer.
doing a super good job of cutting down angles. You know, he can't have perfect coverage or perfect ball carrier defense right now, but he could do a really good job of making it tough to get anybody back there.
I'm
you know,
just
you're going to make the rolls.
I'm just surprised he didn't have 2 or maybe even 3 guys in the backfield.
Right.
Like even on initial setup, and then when he saw the guy get back there, didn't pull anybody.
And that was the missed opportunity.
Ooh, pinch nerve.
nerve.
Missed next game. Nothing too substantial.
Block hitting, huh?
Yeah. So getting that assist over there. Using the blitzer to hit that guy. Maybe he's going to try to use the catcher to stop this player.
Yeah, catcher would have more movement allowance, yeah.
Yeah. Blitzers only are 1 lower, though.
Yeah.
Probably not going to have enough time to get anything done, spending too much time thinking. 1 die with dump off.
Dump off.
It's not going to cut it. Those turns really creeping it, and we've seen that all season.
Right, just all the time.
Nonpariel elites always getting down to that 10 seconds and then just kind of throwing something at it. So,
did he blitz just for the shits of it?
I believe so.
Okay. I was like, he wasn't standing next to him. That wasn't needed at all, was it?
No, but he had that free assist, so he
Right.
just went for it to see if he can hurt him. Not
Plus reroll.
Yeah, reroll, not terrible risk.
So, what do you think? The Elite's going to tie it up. They got an opportunity. They got the team to do it, but against this opponent, I don't know if it's.
I don't even think it's the case of the opponent. So far, we haven't seen him willing to infiltrate catchers.
Yeah.
He's got 2 turns. He's basically had to do something that we haven't seen him do this entire game. And I can't even recall at times when he has really heavily infiltrated catchers.
Right, but he's moving up. He's towing the line. This might be the opportunity for him to change the comfort level he has with his team. Now that he's put in a situation where either you do it or you. Oh! Well, that's the end of the game, folks.
Fuck, man. And there's that.
Oh.
It's not just a case of fan factor, though. It helps. It's just a botched roll on that pitch evasion. If you roll a lot worse than your opponent, you get tossed. But fame does help.
Yeah. Good God.
It wasn't impossible for him to still get to get a touchdown. Had he picked up that ball, that would have fucking helped a lot. That was actually pretty devastating. But getting just guys back there, he's far enough back that he could do like a long pass and just pray.
Yeah.
And nobody's really going to pressure that the ball carrier. But he didn't pick up the ball. Didn't get anybody moving downfield. He still has 1 more turn with like go for it's and whatnot to put some pressure, but he's going to have a tough time keeping his ball carrier safe. Man, yeah, this doesn't look good. Hey. All right. So all you can do here, man, is immediately, pick up all your dudes. But I would cover this player and just beat the crap out of him.
Yep.
I don't. You had more chances. I don't. Oh, that was the bad place to push. Pushed. Oh.
Move the ball.
Yeah, get him over there. I would going for it probably. Oh, don't pick it up. No. Yeah, that's a free touchdown. Don't pick it up. There was no chance of you scoring, bro.
Right.
Yeah, because you didn't pick up any of your fools. Now he's...
Well then.
Should have picked up your guys. Unless... Were they stunned?
No.
I don't think so, because he picked up other guys that were in a shit.
Nope, none of them were stunned.
So he just kind of left 6 guys.
Yeah, just left the bodies on the floor.
That's and you can just tell that's bounce into his hand.
That's insult to injury.
That was just, I think, a real situation of just lost hope. Like,
Yeah,
it was
I'm
like
with
pitch
that.
invasion, field pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not playing anymore. Which you can't have that mentality in Blood Bowl, man.
Yeah.
You got to play to the last turn, because you got to think, A, with go for it and weird stuff that happens in Blood Bowl, it's never 100% not going to happen. I mean, there are times where it looks 99.9, but it's never just there's absolutely nothing that you can do.
Right.
The other thing is you have to play these teams again.
Yeah, given a free touchdown is 3-star player points.
Yeah.
To an opponent who didn't really need it.
And you know, if it's that 3-star player points that gets the guy to the next skill, and that skill is the one that's harassing you the next time you play this character or this team, man, that's always tough.
Right. And we'll make sure to point that out.
Because I remember when Master Moose was playing his Umbrella Corps, and people were whether it was on purpose, accident, or whatever happened, getting 30 or 20 or 30 star player points in a single game.
Right.
Those teams did not beat him again.
No.
Yeah.
If you just roll over, it's going to change the entire dynamics of the league. So.
Yep. I don't have anything for the Corsairs. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was pretty standard game.
Right. A little goofy in the beginning, but you got the touchdown and then did a really good job on your second possession to do it.
Using that dump off effectively, not really needing to protect the ball carrier because he knows he's just going to fucking, guy's going to get it, and everybody's like, what?
Yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to get him good, and that's what's going to happen. I think is that people are going to start.
I think Gimpy did a fairly good job of stopping that dump off.
Yeah.
And then the last game,
he was well aware of it and moved in between.
Mm-hmm. For the non-Pyro elites, you got to get aggressive with those catchers, man. Their strength 3, movement value 8. I think their armor value might be 7, so they're a little dodgy. But you got to get them in the backfield. If you're not being aggressive with those catchers, then they're just going to pressure your thrower. And every drive that you had the ball, you had at least 3 guys that were just packed on top of your thrower.
Yeah, you paid that extra money for a character with that skill set, so use them as they should. And
don't be afraid of agility 4. Even if you're dodging through one tackle zone, that's still a 3+.
Yeah.
3+ is pretty good odds. A lot of people kind of that's where you want to start looking for. Those are considered your low risk.
Right, and that's when we start talking about elf bullshit, is because those are the roles that they start excelling at and have just kind of run rampant on a team.
Especially if you have a character with dodge, you'll be surprised. If they're on the wing, so they got the wing, 1 space, and then the sideline.
Yeah.
Doing those 3 dodge rolls, a 3+, a 3+, and a 2+. That's not that hard to do.
Right.
You don't even need anybody to assist these catchers getting through.
Right.
I mean, is it going to work every single time? No. But with a 3+, 3+, 2+, and a reroll, if you get them dodge and you have a team reroll, at least 1 catcher's getting through. Right. I would put money on it.
I'm saying the same thing, and that's what you need to be looking for, is spreading that field, pulling those extra players from the defensive team, and really getting that ball moving. You got to look for those long plays.
And the last thing, we have a lot of passing teams in your division and in the league in general. If you're going against a potential of a pass, you need to have your own backfield protect. You need to run safeties, and you need to put presence on ball carriers. And even if they have nerves of steel, the more guys that you can have on them reduces their routes to dodge out. So it doesn't make it more difficult for them to catch the ball, but what are they going to do when they have the ball?
Right, and get yourself in position for an interception.
Yeah, the intercept is the huge thing. Agility 4 and a couple Agility 5 characters. Especially, your catchers don't have the agility bonus, but, catch rerolls on intercepts.
Right.
And if you're right next to him, I think it's either a 5 or a 6 to intercept. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But a reroll can make that, obviously doubles your chances of getting it.
Right. And just, make sure that you're thinking about that. But all in all, it was a good game. That was, super frustrating at the end. That's never a good feeling.
That pitch invasion turned it into a really good game to kind of, okay, well, that's that.
True.
All right. Well, either way, hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Cheers.